My child, stop right now. Do not scroll. Do not look away. I need your attention in this moment, because what is beginning now is not accidental, and it is not delayed. I am speaking to you on purpose. The next 7 days are marked, and I have drawn a line in time that you must not ignore. I know you have heard many promises before, but this one carries an urgency you can feel in your spirit. The tightening in your chest, the quiet hope mixed with fear, that is me calling you closer. You have been praying for relief. You have been asking me how much longer you can carry this weight. Bills, responsibilities, expectations, and silent worries have been pressing on you, and you've tried to stay strong. But hear me clearly now. This is not just another message, and this is not just encouragement. This is a warning wrapped in love. If you dismiss what I am about to do, you may delay what I am ready to release. These next 7 days are not about chance or luck. They are about alignment. They are about listening when I speak and moving when I prompt. I am not saying this to create fear in you. I am saying this because I love you too much to let you miss what I have prepared. There are doors I am ready to open, but they open to obedience, not panic. There are provisions I am ready to send, but they arrive where trust is present. I know you're tired of almost enough money, almost peace, almost breakthrough. You've been holding on, hoping that something would finally shift. My child, I am telling you now, something is shifting, and it starts now. But you must stay with me. You must listen closely. You must not treat this moment casually, because heaven is paying attention to how you respond. That is why I am asking you, even now, to engage. When you like this message, when you comment, when you share it with 3 people who are also carrying silent financial battles, when you subscribe and hype this video, you are not helping an algorithm, you are making a declaration. You are saying, I am present. I am listening. I'm agreeing. Do not underestimate what simple obedience unlocks when it is done with faith. I'm calling you into 7 days of awareness. 7 days of obedience. 7 days of trust that may stretch you but will not break you. I am not asking you to figure everything out. I am asking you to walk with me, step by step. You are not late. You are not forgotten. And you are not disqualified because of past mistakes. I am the one who provides, not your fear, not your job, not your effort alone. So stay here. Do not rush ahead. Do not dismiss this warning. What begins now is the start of a financial breakthrough that will also heal your heart. I am with you, my child, and I am speaking because I intend to move. My child, I see you, not the version of you that smiles in front of others, but the one who lies awake at night doing the math over and over, wondering how it will work out. I see the moments when your faith feels strong in the morning and fragile by the evening. I see the courage it takes for you to keep going when the numbers don't make sense and the answers feel slow. You are not invisible to me, and your struggle has not gone unnoticed. I know how long this season has lasted. I know how many times you told yourself to be patient, to trust me a little longer, even when disappointment tried to harden your heart. I know the quiet fear you don't like to admit, the fear that you might run out, that you might fail, that you might not be able to provide the way you hoped. Hear me clearly, your concern does not make you weak, and your questions do not offend me. I am close to you in this place. I have seen every sacrifice you've made, the things you delayed for yourself, the generosity you showed even when you had little, the moments you chose integrity when compromise seemed easier. You may feel like those choices were unseen or unrewarded, but I have kept record of every one, Nothing you did in faith was wasted. Nothing you carried alone escaped my notice. You have been wondering if this pressure is a sign that you did something wrong. Let me remove that lie from your heart right now. This season is not punishment. It is not abandonment. It is not proof that I have turned away from you. Sometimes pressure is not meant to crush you, but to position you. Sometimes the weight you feel is not the end of the story, but the moment before change begins. I know how isolating financial strain can feel. You may be surrounded by people, yet feel alone because no one truly understands what you're carrying. I understand. I know what it feels like for you when you pray and wonder if your words are reaching heaven. They are. I have heard every prayer, even the ones you couldn't finish because emotion caught in your throat. You are not behind. You are not failing at life. You are not less spiritual because you're tired of waiting. You are my child, and I am attentive to you. I am not asking you to pretend this is easy. I am asking you to let me meet you honestly where you are. I can work with honesty. I can heal weariness. I can restore hope that feels thin. So breathe for a moment. Let your shoulders relax. You do not have to prove anything to me. I already know your heart. I already know your need. And I want you to remember this as we move forward together. I do not overlook my children, especially when they feel most overlooked by the world. I am with you here, fully aware, fully present, and deeply involved in what comes next. My child, I need you to hear this truth clearly, because misunderstanding it has kept many from walking into what I desire to give. Financial breakthrough is not only about money arriving. It is about alignment being restored. You have been asking me to change numbers, but I have been working to adjust direction, perspective, and trust. When those come into order, provision follows naturally. You were taught that if you work harder, worry more, or control everything tightly enough, then peace will come. But that belief has exhausted you. I never designed you to carry provision on your shoulders alone. I am your source, not your stress. Money responds to alignment, not panic. When fear leads, confusion multiplies. When trust leads, clarity begins to form. These next 7 days are not about chasing opportunity. They are about recognizing my instruction. I am not asking you to strive. I am asking you to listen. There are moments coming where obedience will seem small, even unnecessary, but they are keys. A conversation, a pause, a decision not to rush. These are the places where breakthrough is often hidden. What looks ordinary to you can be a doorway in my hands. You may think you missed chances in the past, but I redeem time. I can reroute what looked delayed and still bring it to you whole. Do not confuse silence with absence. I have been arranging things behind the scenes while you were learning to trust me without seeing the full picture. Alignment always comes before overflow, because I care more about your heart than your wallet. I am teaching you that provision flows best where peace is present. Anxiety clouds judgment, but trust sharpens it. When you release the need to control outcomes, you make room for my wisdom to guide you. This is the truth I want settled in you now. You do not receive because you worry well, you receive because you walk with me. And as this truth settles in your spirit, hear my voice inviting you into something that reaches beyond you. My child, I am opening a door for you to help carry this word to others who are still drowning in fear and silence. When you give through Super Thanks, membership, or PayPal, you are sowing seed into living soil, lighting lamps for souls who need hope. I say to you now, give, and it will be given back to you, pressed down and overflowing, because I am the one who multiplies what is placed in my hands. This act is not a donation. It is obedience in motion. Your giving becomes a river, carrying my voice to places you may never see. I bless what you release, and I command you now, take action so faithfully, and let this work continue through you. My child, because I love you, I must guide you carefully now. There are patterns I want you to release, not to shame you, but to protect what I am about to do. Breakthrough is near, and when it is near, distractions often grow louder. I am asking you to slow your steps and listen closely, because haste in this season can undo what patience is building. Do not make decisions driven by fear disguised as urgency. Not every quick solution is sent by me. Some offers look like rescue but carry long-term weight that will drain your peace. I am teaching you discernment, not denial. You do not have to say yes to everything just because you feel pressure. Trust that when I open a door, it will not require you to compromise your integrity or silence your spirit. I also need you to stop comparing your journey to others. Comparison clouds gratitude and breeds impatience. You do not see the full cost of what others carry, and you do not need their timeline to validate mine for you. I am working with you personally. Your path is custom, your process intentional, and your timing deliberate. Stay in your lane and keep your eyes on me. There are habits I want you to examine honestly, not with guilt, but with wisdom. Where have you been spending emotionally, mentally, or financially out of fear rather than faith? Where have you been avoiding conversations or responsibilities because they felt uncomfortable? Correction is not rejection. It is proof that I am invested in your growth. I correct what I plan to increase. I caution you gently. Do not ignore my small instructions while waiting for a big miracle. Obedience is often quiet. It shows up in consistency, restraint, and trust when no one is applauding. If I tell you to wait, wait. If I tell you to release something, release it. Delayed obedience still delays freedom. I want you unburdened, not entangled. Do not let disappointment from the past harden your expectations. I know you protected your heart by lowering hope, but I am asking you to lift your eyes again. Guard your heart from cynicism. It will keep you safe from pain, but it will also keep you distant from joy. Let me soften you without making you careless. I am not correcting you to slow you down. I am correcting you to keep you aligned. Alignment keeps you from unnecessary loss. Alignment positions you to receive without strain. I want your breakthrough to bring peace, not new anxiety. That is why I speak now, before you step into what you've been praying for. Stay teachable in these 7 days. Stay humble. Stay attentive. When you feel the urge to rush, pause and ask me. When confusion rises, return to what I already told you. I am not far from you. My correction is gentle because my intent is good. Remember this, my child. I do not correct from anger. I correct from love. I am not disappointed in you. I am preparing you. What comes next requires clarity, steadiness, and trust, and I am guiding you there, step by step, with my hand still firmly holding yours. My child, I want you to lift your head now, not because everything is resolved yet, but because you are not walking through this season alone. I know how heavy your thoughts have been, how often you had to encourage yourself when no one else knew what to say. I see how you kept showing up even when motivation was gone. That strength you think is fading has not disappeared. It hath been preserved by me. You may feel worn, but you are not weak. Weariness does not cancel faith. It simply means you have been carrying much for a long time. I am not disappointed in your tiredness. I am close to it. I am restoring you in ways you cannot yet see. Strength is returning quietly, like roots growing deep before anything breaks the surface. I want you to remember the moments when you thought you would not make it, yet here you are. There were seasons you thought would end you, but they did not. I carried you through those, just as I am carrying you now. The same hand that held you then is not let go. You are still standing because I am still sustaining you. Do not speak against yourself in this moment. Do not agree with the voice that says you are behind, late, or failing. That voice does not come from me. I call you resilient. I call you faithful. I call you capable of walking through this process with courage, even when answers unfold slowly. You are learning endurance, and endurance is shaping you for what is ahead. I know you are tempted to measure progress only by what you can see, but I am working beyond the visible. There are connections forming, insights aligning, and protection surrounding you that you are not aware of yet. Just because you don't feel strong does not mean I am not strengthening you. Often my work is deepest when you feel the least. I want you to rest in this truth. You do not have to force the breakthrough. You do not have to chase it down or prove you deserve it. Your role is to remain faithful, attentive, and open. My role is to provide. When you feel unsure, lean into me instead of retreating into worry. I am steady even when your emotions shift. Let hope rise again, not as pressure but as expectation. Hope does not demand perfection from you. It simply believes that I am still good and still involved. You are allowed to hope again. You are allowed to believe that change is possible. I have not asked you to give up. I have asked you to keep walking with me. So take courage, my child. Let your breathing slow. Let your heart settle. You are not running out of time. You are being strengthened for the next step. What you are building now will support what you receive later. Stay with me. I am restoring your strength, renewing your mind, and preparing you to receive what is coming without fear. My child, I want you to anchor your heart here, because what I am about to remind you of is not wishful thinking. It is my promise. I do not speak loosely, and I do not offer hope without intention. When I say I will provide, I mean provision that sustains you, not just survives a moment. I am faithful to complete what I begin, and I have not changed my mind about you. I know waiting has tested your trust. You have wondered if my timing was working against you instead of for you. But hear me now. Delay is not denial, and silence is not absence. I work in layers, not shortcuts. What arrives too early can collapse under its own weight. But what arrives in my timing brings stability and peace. I am not slow. I am precise. I promise you wisdom for every decision you must make. You will not be left guessing if you remain close to me. I promise you peace that guards your heart, even before circumstances fully change. That peace is a sign that I am already at work. I promise you provision that does not pull you away from me, but draws you closer. I will not bless you in a way that costs you your soul or your rest. Trust is required here, not because I want to test you, but because trust keeps your heart aligned. When you trust me, you stop reaching for control and start receiving direction. Obedience in small things prepares you for larger responsibility. I see how carefully you are listening now, and that matters more than you realize. Be patient with the process unfolding in these 7 days. Some movement will be obvious, some will be hidden. Do not dismiss what you cannot yet explain. I am arranging details you could not manage on your own. I am protecting you from outcomes you cannot see. Even restraint is a form of provision when it saves you from regret. I assure you that you will not be put to shame for trusting me. You will not look foolish for waiting on my instruction. I honor those who place their confidence in me, not because they are perfect, but because they are willing. I am not asking for flawless faith. I am asking for a willing heart. Remember this when doubt tries to return. I am consistent even when your emotions fluctuate. My promises do not expire because of a hard season. I am the same yesterday, today, and ahead of you. What I spoke over your life still stands. What I planned for you is still intact. So rest in this assurance, my child. You are not carrying this alone. You are not forgotten in the details. You are being guided, protected, and provided for, sometimes in ways you recognize, and sometimes in ways you will only understand later. Stay close. Stay obedient. Stay patient. I am trustworthy, and what I have promised, I will surely bring to pass. My child, now is the moment to respond. Not with fear, not with rushing, but with faith that is willing to move when I speak. Everything I have revealed to you over these past moments is meant to lead you into action. Faith that remains passive grows quiet, but faith that responds becomes alive. I am inviting you to step forward with me. Over these next 7 days, stay attentive. I will speak in ways that may feel gentle, but they will be clear. A nudge to pause before spending. A thought to reach out to someone. A sense to let go of something you've been holding tightly. Do not dismiss these moments as coincidence. When I prompt you, it is because I am positioning you. Your obedience does not need to be loud. It needs to be honest. I am asking you to pray differently now. Not with desperation, but with expectation. Instead of asking me if I will move, ask me how to move with me. Instead of focusing on what you lack, begin to thank me for what I am already arranging. Gratitude sharpens your awareness. It trains your heart to recognize my hand at work. Guard your mind during this activation. That will try to interrupt what faith is building. When anxious thoughts rise, return to what I have already spoken to you. You do not need new confirmation every hour. You need consistency. Stay rooted. Stay steady. Trust that even when nothing seems to change outwardly, something is shifting within and around you. I am also calling you to choose trust intentionally. Trust is not a feeling. It is a decision you make daily. Decide to trust me when the numbers still look tight. Decide to trust me when answers don't arrive immediately. Each choice strengthens your spiritual posture and prepares you to carry what is coming without fear. Pay attention to how you speak in this season. Words shape expectation. Do not speak lack over your life. Do not declare defeat over yourself. Speak what aligns with my promises, even when it feels unfamiliar. You are not pretending. You are agreeing with truth. As you move through these days, remember that obedience opens doors fear cannot. When I ask you to move, move. When I ask you to wait, wait. Both are acts of faith. I am not trying to confuse you. I am training you to recognize my voice with confidence. This activation is not about perfection. You will not miss everything because you made one mistake. Stay close. Stay teachable. When you stumble, return to me quickly. I am not withdrawing my presence because of missteps. I am walking with you through them. So step into this moment fully, my child. Respond with faith. Respond with trust. Respond with attentiveness. I am guiding you forward, and every step taken in obedience is drawing you closer to the breakthrough I have prepared. My child, come and rest here with me for a moment. You have listened, you have leaned in, and you have allowed your heart to open again. That matters more than you know. These words were not meant to rush you, but to settle you. I want you to leave this moment with peace, not pressure, and with hope, not heaviness. What you are walking into is guided, not chaotic. You are not stepping into the unknown alone. I'm already ahead of you, worrying, protecting, and preparing. The 7 days before you are not a test you must survive. They are a journey we are walking together. You do not need to force outcomes. You do not need to carry fear into tomorrow. I am holding what concerns you, even when you rest. Remember what you have heard. Alignment before overflow. Trust before relief. Obedience before abundance. These are not burdens. They are anchors. When you return to them, your heart will stay steady even if circumstances are still shifting. Peace is not the absence of challenge. It is the presence of my assurance. Let this truth stay with you. Your future is not fragile. It is secure in my hands. You are not one mistake away from ruin, and you are not one step behind my plan. I redeem, restore, and renew. What feels slow to you is often careful in my hands. I am building something lasting, not temporary. Now hear me as I invite you into one final act of obedience that flows directly from what I have spoken. My child, I am using this message to reach hearts that feel just like yours once did, tired, silent, and searching for hope. When you give through Super Thanks, membership, or PayPal, you are pouring oil into a lamp that lights the way for others. I say to you, those who sow generously will reap generously, because I watch over every seed released in faith. Your giving becomes fire, carrying my voice where fear once lived. I bless what you place in my hands, and I command you now. Support this work, give with faith, and let my word continue to move through you. The PayPal donation link is waiting for you in the description and in the QR code. Respond without hesitation. As we close, I want you to stay connected. When you like this message, when you comment, when you share it with 3 people who need the same reassurance, when you subscribe and hype this video, you are not doing something small. You are standing in agreement. You are saying yes to what I am doing in your life and in the lives of others. Go forward in peace, my child. Breathe deeply. Trustfully. I am with you today, tomorrow, and in every step ahead. What I have started, I will finish, and you will not walk alone.